definitely get the duck. Get all the different types of duck. The country style duck, the honey roasted duck, get them all.
They all didn't retreat. I ain't retreating.
There is said to be 8 different Chinatowns around New York nowadays, and probably the most talked about is Manhattan and Flushing. But do not sleep on Brooklyn's 8th Ave because it might just be low-key the cheapest and most diverse. There's Chongqing chicken pot, no frills Fujinese, honey roast duck, Chengdu grilled fish, top tier egg tarts, and of course Asian McDonald's sandwiches. So hit that like button and let's take a trip to Brooklyn.
Guys, before we get started on this 8th Avenue Sunset Park food crawl, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and turn on your notifications. According to this Eater NY article, there are 9 different Chinese enclaves or mini Chinatowns in New York City. Of course, the 3 biggest being Manhattan, Flushing, and 8th Ave. Andrew, a lot of people have been asking us to do this video for quite some time. Today, we are exploring Brooklyn's Chinatown.
A lot of Chinese people started moving to 8th Ave in particular back in the late 1980s, and some people say that a lot of Chinese people started because of the number 8. I don't know if that's the main reason, but it might have had a little effect.
Right, because especially in Cantonese, bot rhymes with fat. Fat is prosperity. It could be it, Prosperity Road.
So we're here on 8th and 57th. This is a very busy corner. I see durians hanging. We got guys working right here, and even the world famous Shunfa bakery with their Dan Tat is right there, and we might have to get in line.
Andrew, we are in Hongqiao District, Shanghai right now. That's the vibe I get, man. We're like in the outskirts of Shanghai.
To think that it was only just like 31 years ago when Chinese people really started moving into this area, and they set up a lot of businesses.
I still saw some old Italians hanging out. I saw a couple, Vinny and Donnies out here. So they, they all didn't retreat. I ain't retreating. They love the little e-bikes out here. I don't know who's pushing those in Sunset Park, but I've seen 20 of them already.
Guys, if you've never been to China,
oh, right here. Sichuan.
Yo, look how low rise that thing is.
Can you tell us about where we're at right now, Shunfa Bakery? Like, what is famous about this place?
The egg tarts. The egg tarts are so good. Like, there's always a line for the egg tarts because it's fresh and it's crispy.
All right, you guys, we are in front of Shunfa Bakery. These are the most famous egg tarts. They're po-tots, the Portuguese style, in New York City.
Nice flaky exterior, brown on the inside, size pretty big.
You know what's funny? There's some really famous chashu baos at Mei Laojia in Chinatown, but there's not famous Dan Tat.
Yeah.
No Dan Tat.
And they're fresh. Like, they just made it, like, freshly made.
Right, they sell so many that like almost every Dan Tat you get is gonna be fresh.
Is this like the most hyped spot on 8th Ave?
Yeah, look at this line.
Go ahead, let's just take a bite. Cheers.
Cheers.
Does it live up to the hype?
They might be the best ones in New York City.
I would give these a 4.5 out of 5. I think the size and the deal that you get, you cannot beat.
What do you think about it? Like, how do you describe it versus like the other ones you had like at other places?
It's like, I don't get diarrhea from this. And
You mean unlike the other spots?
Yep, yeah.
Hey,
Say no more, Kelly.
Hey, Brooklyn keeps it real. Aren't they sort of like the Floyd Mayweather of Dan Tots, pound for pound? But Mike Tyson, of course, would have destroyed Floyd. But you just got to compare in class.
I did want to say Floyd, but Floyd gets paid so much that I don't know, that might mess up the analogy, but maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather.
Andrew, you didn't expect to see legitimate luxury goods on the street, huh?
Dang, man, I feel like I'm on Rodeo or Madison or... I mean, look at this. 多少钱?
No, size.
Oh. 10号. Oh, this is 60. Cheese are quite okay. She said $60 for the Yeezys. Man, as you can see, the face is looking good. You got the boost here. I don't know. I know a couple people who would rock these, so.
The community is definitely a lot tighter than you'd say the city in Manhattan, like Chinatown or like Flushing.
Right, because it's more of a local population that's
exactly.
been here, right? Whereas Chinatown's always in and out.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys probably don't have a lot of tourists, right?
No, actually, no, not in 8th Ave, but like 86th Street or like Manhattan, they're up and coming.
Guys, we're at Roast 28 here on the corner of 52nd and 8th. This spot is considered to have the best cheap roast meats, even better than Fung in Chinatown, New York.
You know they're serious about their duck here because they have 2 different styles. They have a ton of different styles of chicken. Yim gokai, which is salt-baked chicken. Country style, which is a stewed chicken. Of course, typical soy sauce. scallion chickens, roast wings.
Can I get 2 samping fan? Okay? And I want to try all the different duck you have because you have 3 different style of duck, right?
Okay.
The operation here at Roast 28, it is very advanced. There's a lot of people behind there. It is a little bit more expensive. So for 2, each samping fan was $8.50. Now that's actually still really cheap considering the quality here. But of course, it's a little bit more than Hua Fung. But I guarantee you here, they might say it's better than Hua Fung. So,
You know, I'm not even gonna pretend like I can differentiate the yim gok gai and the honey roast duck and the country stewed duck right now. I gotta eat it. Okay, this was definitely the country stewed duck.
all right, guys, here is the salt baked chicken. This is something that you can't find at every sume spot.
Going for a place of the honey roast duck. Wow, really good. Really good.
All right, I'm gonna try this chashu. This chashu looks picturesque, but let's see how juicy it is. Okay, not bad. I thought it was gonna be dry. Great candying on the outside. Yo, clear out. This guy don't care anyways.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Roast 28, dollar for dollar, is the best deal in New York City for Cantonese roast meats. It's not the best I've ever had, but for the price and the speed, it might be the best.
My recommendation here, you come to Roast 28, you definitely get the duck. You get all the different types of duck. The country style duck, the honey roasted duck, you get them all.
Get the duck. Continuing on our Sunset Park 8th Ave crawl, we actually moved over to 7th Ave to what somebody told me was the best Sichuan restaurant that nobody knows about in the entire New York City.
David, we're outside of Chuan Tian Sha. I think I got the tones completely wrong. Chuan Tian Sha.
But this
Chuan
is
Tian Sha.
Chuan Tian Sha is a chain from Chengdu. I believe they do not have any in Flushing or Chinatown, Manhattan. Let's check it out. We are at the hottest Sichuan restaurant in New York City that is not being talked about. Chuan Tian Sha. Chuan Tian Sha.
The brand is from here. We started here.
Oh, okay. So this is a Brooklyn brand.
Yes, a lot of people having Cantonese food and Fujinese food. They might want some other spicy food, so
Some
that's why.
different flavors. Andrew, this is the $52.99 grouper. I also got the European, which is the fatty beef slices for I think like $4 or $5.
I'm excited because they have the potato noodles right here. This is one of my favorite noodles of all Sichuan grilled fish.
Okay, Andrew, I know they said that it wasn't bony, the grouper, but be warned, there are still some bones. This would be a pretty tough dish, I feel like, for non-Asians to get into, to be honest. Like, I like it, but just like the intensity of it, I think even ABCs would be shook. This is a Sichuan liang fen. Let's check this out. As you guys can see, clear jelly noodle. This is pretty good. Oh yeah, that's good.
I really like this liang fen because it has a lot of fresh chopped garlic. So it's got that fragrance and that spice, but also has a lot of sweetness. I'm feeling this dish. This is my favorite one right here.
Yo, the liang fen was hitting. That was crazy because you know you can get liang fen at a lot of spots, but this was a 10 out of 10.
Wow, this is some of my favorite liang fen I've ever had.
All right, Andrew, we are taking a look at 2 Fujinese dishes that you can find them in Chinatown, but not exactly like this. I heard that this is more similar to the style that they're eating in Fuzhou in 2021. There's a Chinatown style that's almost like a hybrid with the Canto look. Andrew, I'm looking at a razor clams spare rib soup. Now, I cannot find the razor clams. I can just only assume it's in the flavoring of the broth, unless there was some sort of misinterpretation, but it smells very good. This soup was only $6.
Wow, soup for $6 with spare ribs? Guys, noodles for $2.50. I got a lot of food to eat today, so I'm only gonna take one big bite of this. Let's go. Here's my take on the banh mian. I might actually like the one in the city more, only because they're using more sweeter peanut butter, so it kind of has that sweetness flavor to it. While this one, it is actually very high quality, and I'm enjoying it. The flavor's a lot lighter, and there's less sweetness to the peanut butter.
Oh my goodness, Andrew, it almost tastes like Dad made it. It's not too salty. This rib soup with the clam juice is hitting. One of the owners just came out. She asked me, is this video gonna be on Douyin? And I said, you know, YouTube? She did not know what that was. So then I just said, yeah, it's gonna be on Douyin. So somebody out there, put this on Douyin.
Let's hit 8th Ave.
Next spot is something that I believe is completely unique from Manhattan's Chinatown, from Flushing. This is a Chongqing chicken hot pot.
Now, I think a lot of people are familiar with the mala, dry hot pot, the things that you might get your lotus leaf, your spam, and all that other stuff. But David, this is a little bit different.
I've never had Chongqing chicken pot before, so I'm actually super excited to try this. They told me it's gonna take about 20 minutes. Hopefully, you know, we'll go in there, order, check out some other stuff, come back. Let's do it. Oh my goodness.
Chongqing Ji Gong Bao. Man, this is really interesting, guys. There's holes in these chopsticks so that you can take these extendo clips.
And you know what it is, Andrew? This allows you to get a fresh pair of new chopsticks all the time.
Guys, you know what it is? They're not wasting an entire chopstick. They're just using half of one. So I guess it does help the environment a little bit.
You do have to have some good chopstick skills to hold it this far back, though. Chongqing chicken pot. Chongqing Ji Gong Bao.
A little sweet, spicy, but not too much mala. Yo. It's very important that I bite into this piece of white meat chicken to see how juicy it is.
And not only that, Andrew, I have a beef tongue that I added in.
Wow. Yo, I got crazy theory, David. Crazy theory. For the mainstream, like Americans, they know Sichuan or Sichuan.
Yeah.
And they kind of know like Chengdu a little bit more, but Chongqing is coming in there with a lot of flavor, and it's not as well known of a region.
Chongqing's like the Austin, Texas, on the rise.
This is a pretty interesting map right here, Andrew. You have all the major cities in red right here.
Here you have Beijing. I know how to read that one. But then, David, you said this one's Tianjin.
Yeah, that's Tianjin.
I was hoping that was going to be Shandong, like something where it's Shandong.
Oh,
Like
let me see
Qingdao.
where-
Is that not Qingdao?
Let me see where Shandong is.
It might not be.
I think a lot of people always think of Manhattan, Chinatown, Flushing when it comes to boba, but they actually have a unique chain to 8th Ave, Brooklyn only, Mudflow.
The Mudflow menu is gonna mimic actually the drinks that are really popular in China because so many people in 8th Ave are from China. I think that they're carrying over the taste.
I got a strawberry milk with strawberry jam, pretty unique looking.
Yeah. No, this looks really cool. And then here I actually have this brown sugar Oreo latte. So this is a coffee drink.
You said we're supposed to shake this up?
He said to shake it up before you drink it.
All right. There is a mud flow of sweetness flowing through my veins, but I like it.
David, I always wondered why at boba shops, sometimes they'll just have a sweet milk drink because I feel like Americans wouldn't do that. But here's the thing, in America, when you grow up very with that American culture, you end up drinking a lot of milk. So you don't think milk drinks are that special. But to Chinese people, maybe they don't grow up drinking as much milk.
Oh,
so when
definitely not cow milk.
So when they get the chance to drink cow milk and just strawberry jam, to them, that's a special drink.
Yo, you know what this tastes like? Valentine's Day.
Wow, dude, I like Valentine's Day. Give it to me.
What kind of corny YouTube shit is that?
Right here, we have a distinct industry, or if not the distinct neighborhood regarding the Fujinese population mixed with Mandarin, or if not Thai Chinese. Me, I'm Toisan, I'm Thai Chinese itself. So if you mix all of these two together, especially with the shopping and also down the restaurant Park Asia, I'm really close with them.
Be honest. Was there any beef between like the Fujinese and the Cantonese like at some point here?
I believe so. I believe so. Maybe we gotta ask our ancestors, man.
But the young kids are not about that, right? Everybody's good.
No, we're all good. We're all ABCs at the end of the day.
So David, 3 years ago actually with our friend Jack in Sinmei, I actually did a Brooklyn crawl. So I hit up a lot of the old spots like the Kai Feng dumpling and stuff like that. But this spot, Laojia, was not around. And this is kind of symbolic of how the change of 8th Ave is happening.
Right, it's the modernization, the elevation, the commercialization.
A lot of people like to come here and hang out, so let's go check it out real quick. All right, so Laojia is actually a chain from Fujian, and so they came here to Flushing a few years ago, and they've just really grown in popularity since. So I'm not gonna have time to eat hot pot on this trip, but hey, Lin Shuhao, Jay Lin's been here, so that's how you know it's the spot. So guys, we're actually across the street from Laojia, over here on 53rd. We're outside of He Yi Xiaochi. You know, I didn't know Fujinese people eat so much seafood, but it makes sense because Fujian is next to the water. But not at all Fujinese restaurants do you get seafood.
Do you like the food better in 8th Ave or Flushing? For you?
For me, I like it for the 8th house.
Okay, because
So-
you're Fujinese, right? So
Yes,
there's more like Fujinese food, right?
yes.
So you're saying that 8th Ave has the best Fujinese food in all of the city?
隔北嚟咗活地殼啲好招大，可現代咖喱片橙。
Hey, man, sounds pretty cool. FJ.
Look at the structure. Look how old it is. Look at the brick, the color, the setup. Does this look like that we might be in a Beijing hutong?
Yeah, either a Beijing hutong or maybe Old Macau. Possible.
David, what are we looking at here? This is usually a pork soup. That's what the Fujinese give you here. You have your pan-fried dumplings, your guotie, jiaozi, okay? And then, David, here you have some interesting seafood chao niangao, aka rice cakes.
The second I see this, I immediately know it is Fujinese style because people from Fuzhou especially are shaman. They love seafood.
It's really fresh. It's not bad. Yo, for $5, I could see someone picking this up for lunch. Has a lot of carbs though.
We have the guotie, the warti, gyozas.
Oh, these are not bad. Wow.
Ooh. You know what I noticed? Is that sometimes Fujinese people, they tend to cook the filling almost in a soy sauce braise, so you don't really need to dip it in soy sauce because the inside's already been braised in it.
Here's the thing about Chinatown. Sometimes you go to a spot, you can get like 10 of these for like $3, but they're not freshly cooked. They've been sitting there. Now these are freshly grilled, so I'm gonna say that this is worth it. All right, we're here on 7th Ave at Taiwan Station. It's ran by Taiwanese people, and I do think a Taiwanese snack shop like this is hard to find in Manhattan. In fact, I don't know of one, so I gotta go inside and grab some. Here at Taiwan Station, these two items, the Taiwanese sausage and the chopped up chi pie chicken steak. I mean, okay, tender, not too peppery though.
If you are looking to mimic that night market, Sichuan style, this is pretty much spot on.
Yeah. I would say the chicken is really tender. Maybe it's like too tender. Crust isn't very thick, but tastes good. Guys, I feel like I'm in Taiwan right now.
Andrew, let's be honest, you were enticed by
Dude.
the Guangkao
Dude.
commercial.
Man, I saw this picture for this like pink strawberry kind of baguette. I really want to try it. We're here outside of Barley Time. It's a relatively new bakery. It's in all gold. Look, the sign is in gold. It looks upscale. Maybe it's just my mind. Maybe it's fake gold and it's just tricking me. Okay, but it's working. That's all I'm saying. Yo, this spot feels like China. Like how decorated it is, how big it is, how new it is. Okay, here you kind of have this little fast food replication of a egg salad sandwich and a fried chicken salad
Is that a
sandwich.
chicken nugget inside
Yo,
of a mini slider?
this is like a kid's meal, man. This is really interesting. Let's try it.
I don't know if French people would approve of this brioche baguette, but guess what? Who cares?
It was a chicken nugget in a sesame bun, but the sesame bun was delicious, actually.
Yo, this is good.
Trying the egg salad sandwich, and then I'm about to jump on that.
This is good. This strawberry cream brioche baguette is good. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Yo, you know where I feel like I'm at right now? Yo, church. I feel like I'm at church growing up, man.
Whoa.
I haven't had this vibe in a while, because, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been to church in a while. What is it about Barley Time that turns you into an imitation of a 6-year-old?
No. I love Barley Time.
There's been a recent trend in very Chinese enclaves around America where a young enterprising person notices that the McDonald's in China tastes better, at least to them, than the ones in America. So what they do is they decide to open up their own chain mimicking Chinese McDonald's.
So this is Miss Dong Burger, and the goal of this spot is to recreate some of the Chinese McDonald's burgers, knowing that probably McDonald's America will never serve fried chicken thigh and crispy chicken fillet sandwiches.
You know, we are big fans of obviously Asian McDonald's. Let's check it out.
This wow, look, blue and pink boxes, very aesthetic. Let's go hit 8th Ave.
You guys, 8th Ave is just bustling.
So here's actually what I noticed between 8th and 7th Ave. 7th Ave is way more chill, wider streets, less busy. It actually has all the pharmacies, the health clinics, a lot of the schools. The kids are on that side. 8th Ave is where all the commerce is, the shops, the fruit stands, the market. everything.
And we're looking at Miss Dong Burger. They said they've been around for about 4 years.
Guys, this really does look like a fast food burger. Everything from the bun to the lettuce to the tomato.
Miss Dong's Asian Burgers.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Miss Dong's is not necessarily fast food. It still took about 10 to 15 minutes for this food. The shrimp is freshly fried. It even has a little bit of shell on the tail. Add that little extra crunch.
This is the Peking duck fried chicken wrap from Miss Dong's, designed to imitate KFC China.
And here I have your fast food chicken wings right here. Hopefully, this tastes just like the McDonald's China chicken wings.
I'd say it's a little bready. This one, you know, a little bit too much heavy crust, but overall it does get the flavor down of Peking duck. It has the Tianmianjiang.
All right, everybody, we're gonna wrap it up here for our 8th Ave Sunset Park Brooklyn Chinatown crawl. Listen, I know that we didn't get to everything, and I know that there are some spots that are, you know, the legendary spots that we just didn't show, but we've shown those in past videos, and a lot of other people have reviewed them. We wanted to show a lot of like the new spots, the spots that kind of came up in the last like 3-4 years.
And I think we also wanted to showcase things that are difficult to find, particularly in Manhattan's Chinatown or even Flushing. Like, for example, these Asia imitation chains. I don't think you can get them in Chinatown, but I wish you could, because I would go there, honestly. These are good. What was your favorite, man? For me, I'm gonna go with the Chongqing chicken pot. That was my favorite. I think it could have even used more improvements, but I just love chicken pots, whether that's Guangmenji or the, you know, Chongqing one.
Yo, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying this is the best thing I had in Brooklyn, but this was a delicious chicken wing. This was fresh, salty, crispy, just perfect.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this 8th Ave crawl. Like I said, if you let us know in the comment section below what else we need to check out that's in the area a little bit further out, let us know. By the way, this Miss Dong chicken wing was incredible.
Hey, David, you think we can make it back by scooter?
Okay. 750，不错。750，不错。